there's a question that comes to everybody eventually. It doesn't show up when you're younger, but it shows up eventually. Am I really living the life I want? See, your younger years are built on momentum. You're in school and it's go, 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 learn, 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 learn. And then when you get out of school, you get a job and you're questioned, what do you want to do? You got to make money, you got to buy a house, you got to get married, you got to have kids, you got to have the cars, you got to have all the toys. And you don't have time to think about it. You're just running on that momentum, and it carries you a long way. I never really thought about it till now. So the question tends to show up in your late 40s, early 50s. Your career has stabilized. Things are calmer at home. Maybe your kids are grown and moved out. Maybe your house is almost paid off. Or not. And then you start to think. And that realization, am I really living what I want to live? It's not an easy question. You might not like the answer. Because if you're not, then what then? Now what? It's not something people like to sit with. I've been sitting with that for a few years now, wondering if that's really what I wanted. Definitely getting warmer out. Quite difference from the last time I was here. So I don't think this is really a crisis. It's not something that I'm desperate to solve. It's more of a clarity, I guess. It seems to be a running theme in my late 50s, clarity. Let me run the risk of too much information. I have 2 failed marriages. So in the last 35 years, since I was 23, I had a marriage that I rushed into because I thought that's what I was supposed to do and that's what I wanted. So I rushed into that and we got married in a year, bought a home, and neither one of us could grow up. And then when I stopped partying, she didn't want to, and that was the beginning of the end. So that lasted for 7 years. I lost everything in that one. But I was only 30, so I built it back up. Then a couple years after that, I got married again to a woman that was completely opposite of my first wife. We were together for 20 years. We have 2 kids, grown, 19 and 21. Best thing ever happened to me in my life. But there again, that's what I thought I wanted. And it seemed like it for a long time. And then it just, after about 15 years, it kind of fell apart. And rather than spend all our time fighting and screaming and hating one another, I decided it was time to end that relationship. And then a year or so after that, I got into another long-term relationship that was fun, a lot of fun. We did some pretty amazing things. But I learned that passion doesn't equal compatibility. So it became quite volatile, and I had to end that. And here I am, 35 years later. These 3 relationships in that time, and is that really what I want? I have to think about this. I have a good job. I've been there for over 25 years. Love my job. So I'm not too worried about that. But what do I want from the rest of my life? This is what I'm trying to figure out here with these videos. And I hope that it helps you along the way as well. So really, maybe the question isn't something that has to be solved all at once or at all. Maybe it's just something we need to start paying attention to. Maybe earlier in life too. The last thing I would want is to be on my deathbed and realize I did not live the life I wanted to live. Don't think I could handle that.